Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to iHeart Sports. In this video, we're going over the wild card race games from yesterday, Friday, September 18th. Got about 8 of them, I believe. All the teams were in action that are on the thumbnail or in the wild card race. This used to be our morning recap show of all the games. No point in going over every single one, really, at this point. Wild card race, getting fun. We're going to start things off today with the American League. And the first game of the night, we had the Yankees 3, Indians 11. And pretty much that. The Indians taking care of business. They were up 8-0 after 5 innings, adding a couple more in the 6th. The Yankees didn't get any runs until late in this game, where Stanton hit his 30th. Voit hit his 11th, that coming in the 7th and 8th inning. But that was it. That was all the Yankees could muster, and the Indians' offense was going off themselves. Chang hitting his 8th, Gimenez hitting his 3rd, Fernell Reyes, he hit the 30th mark, and Jose Reyes hits his 34th. The 5th inning is where the Indians really piled it on. Cavalli goes 6, no earned runs, 4 Ks. Or on the Yankees side, Gill, they yank him in the 5th inning after giving up 2 earned runs, over 6 Ks, and Abreu comes in there. And Henny comes in there. Both those guys getting punished, giving up 4 home runs as a total. This game, with the loss, knocks the Yankees out of the wild card spot. It is now being held by Boston and Toronto, who both win. We'll go over the standings at the end of the episode. Next game up, we have the Red Sox 9, Orioles 3. So Boston is using the Orioles to keep this winning streak alive. They're now won 4 in a row. And they didn't look back. Piled it on Orioles, and they're going to go for the full-on sweep today. 3-2 after the first inning, and Baltimore actually tied it up in the second inning. So we're looking at a close tie game. Mountcastle hits his 30th and wins. It's a solo shot, his 4th in that second inning. But that's all the offense the Orioles could get, and eventually the bullpen and the offense of the Red Sox get to the Orioles, putting up 1 in the 5th. And then we see a 3-run shot from Bogaerts, his 22nd of the season, coming in the 6th inning, which is the only home run coming out of the side of Boston. But they get it done. Bogaerts had a 3-hit, 4 RBI night, and Devers had a 3-hit RBI night. Both these guys, core guys in the lineup, just carrying the load for Boston in a time of need. Pivetta goes 3.2, giving up 3 earned runs. Very, very short outing for him. They only left him in for 68 pitches before switching over to the bullpen. And you see Hoek coming in there for 2.2 innings of relief. Guy's been a starter most of the season, but he actually picks up his first win of the season in this game. Pretty cool there. Lothar, 3.1, 3 earned runs, 2 strikeouts on the other side. And the Orioles can't play spoiler in this situation. Sticking with the American League, we have the Blue Jays 6, Twins 2. And the Jays were starting to be a little concerned. They were down 2-0 immediately in the beginning of this game when Donaldson hits a 2-run home run, again punishing his old team, a second home run in 2 nights. But Semien comes up swinging. Him and Teoscar combined for 2 home runs, scoring 4 runs in the 4th inning to give them a 4-2 lead. Jays add a couple more in that 7th inning, and they don't look back. Bo Bichette leading the way, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Teoscar Hernandez, 3 home run shots, and Semien are hitting a solo shot. Twins trying to play spoiler. Ober 4 and 3 Ks, whereas Matz goes 5.2, 2 earned runs and 5 Ks himself. Jays take a hold of the second wildcard spot now, holding a half-game lead on the New York Yankees. Jed Carson, what's going on, my friend? Yo, my Mets are... Yeah, dude, sorry. The Mets don't even... we don't even really talk about them in the morning show anymore unless they're playing a team in the wildcard race, which they did last night. But it's been a rough season for them, going from heroes to zeros, basically, on that matter. Sticking with the American League wildcard race, we get to the Mariners, who lost 8-1. That's back-to-back losses now for the Mariners over the Royals. And the Royals pretty much giving the Mariners a taste of their own medicine, being a run differential team. But then beating them up. And the Mariners probably 4.5 games back, slowly but surely soon can put the X through them, that they're not going to be able to make the playoffs. And they were down 4-0 about halfway through after Taylor hits his 12th home run of the season to give the Royals a 4-0 lead after the 5th. Seattle does put up 1 in the 7th. They didn't get any home runs going. They were held to 3 hits, and basically all of them come in that 7th inning that scored that run. France leading the way for his team with 2 hits, but not enough. And we see the Royals put on 4 more in the 8th to just put Seattle out of their misery. Kikuchi goes 3 earned runs, so he gets a short outing. Over 3 innings, he pitches 86 pitches, so not a great outing for him. Bubic, 6.11 earned run, 2 Ks in the win, and the Royals doing their job playing spoiler. As the Mariners fall a little bit out, the A's at the very least are keeping pace. They've won a few in a row now too, and they had a pretty decent week to at least maintain pace in the wildcard race. But these teams are hot. If you're going to get into the playoffs, you're going to have to go on like a 6-game, 7-game win streak at the very least over these last 2 weeks if you're not sitting pretty. The A's got out 3-0, and that's all the runs they'll need. 1 run coming off Olsen's solo shot, and we also had Chapman hit a couple guys home in that first inning. No home runs coming from the Angels. They just get pretty much shut out except for 1 run. Suarez goes 5.23 earned runs, 3 Ks. Kapralainen, 6 earned runs and 5 Ks. And then the bullpen does come in, close the door for the A's to try to keep them on pace. So let's look at the standings, I guess, from that. We just went over the American League, so let's look at kind of the standings. As we know, the 3 teams at the top, pretty much a lock for the division lead, so we don't need to look at that. Switching over to the wild card, Boston, with their win, has a 1-game cushion in the wild card. Jays win as well to take that spot, whereas the Yankees lose and are half a game back. A's win, 2 games back from the wild card spot, and Seattle loses, dropping to 4 games out of the wild card. But again, still in it. If they can find a 7, 8, 9-game win streak, they're very much be in the contention. But the way the Jays have been playing and the way the Boston's been playing, even the Yankees and A's have been playing, they need a big streak to be able to get back into it. Let's switch over to the National League wildcard race. We have the Dodgers picking up a win and knocking the Reds down a little bit again. The Reds just, ever since they got that last wildcard spot, they have just struggled. And the Dodgers at the same time, they are trying to score that last. They're trying to pass the Giants for that division lead. Of course, Dodgers, no home runs, just generating runs. Trey Turner, multi-hit night. Justin Turner as well. The Turners both hosting multi-hit nights for their team. And the Reds didn't score a run until the bottom of the 9th. Pretty much far out of it at that point. Votto trying to lead the way. No hits, but he got walked 3 times. Just no one could hit him home in that case. Sonny Gray goes 6, 3 earned runs, 5 Ks. And Scherzer continues to possibly be a Cy Young candidate. I don't know if Cy Young gets hurt when you switch teams, but he's gone 7, 0, and 7 Ks for the win for him. Highlight here, Tampa Bay does lose, but we're not going to talk about it because the next big game in the National League wildcard is the Cardinals, who are hosting that second wildcard right now. And they beat the team twice now in a row that is chasing them, the Padres. The Padres were out 2-0 early in this one. They put up a couple of hits, the top of their lineup all getting hits in. We see Pham getting an RBI, Cartini getting an RBI in that 4th inning, but they can't hold it, and it's O'Neill who hits a 2-run shot in the bottom of the 8th to give them a 3-2 lead at the time, and they're just going crazy in St. Louis. Wainwright goes 6, 2 earned runs, 2 Ks. He's going to get the no decision, and Darvish, he goes 7, no earned runs, 9 Ks. Great performance from Darvish, but then Pagan comes in, and he's going to give up 3 runs in that 8th inning, and the bullpen is going to blow it for the Padres, and that could very well blow their season along the way. Phillies threw 5, Mets 3, and with the Braves losing, the Phillies actually become, I think, 1.5 games back. We'll take a look at it in a second in the division race. And yeah, they are up 2-0 about halfway through this game. Segura had a multi-home run night. Both the early runs coming up, solo shots off his bat. One in the first, one in the third. Mets try to bring it close. In the sixth, they do bring up one run, but then Phillies immediately answer right back with three. And a lot of them coming off the bat of Harper with multi-RBI hits in that seventh inning. Nimmo hits his sixth home run of the season, but it's too late for them. Nola goes 5.2, 1 earned run, 9 Ks. In the win for them. Nola, when he's pitching good, the Phillies are in a good spot to win. He's just been so inconsistent this season. Carrasco 6, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks. In the loss, and the Mets are now 5 games below 500. Just the way their season has gone. Last game of the night in this wildcard race, closing things out. Giants needed to win to maintain that lead in the division, and they do so. Shutting out the Braves. They definitely got to be leading the league in shutouts this year. It's just been too many games. They've won 1-0, 2-0 over the course of the year. 2 of the runs coming in that 4th inning. That's all it took. It's Casali just on a single. Knocks two home in that 4th inning, and the Giants don't have to look back at all, holding on to the division lead with all their might. Alex Wood led things off, a 3-inning performance. They kept him 37 pitches, and then they bring in the bullpen, who just holds the whole way through. Leon coming in for a second save. Morton goes 5, 2 earned runs, 3 Ks in the loss. Jumping over, taking a look at let's look at the divisions, because on this side, some divisions are close, as you can see here. Philadelphia 1 game out, which is actually a better chance for them to take that division lead than it is to a wild card spot at this rate, the way the Cardinals have been playing. Milwaukee last night also clinched the playoffs, so I think they're heading to the postseason for the 3rd time in a row. And, of course, the Dodgers still keep 2 games back while both teams win. This has got to be insane. 651, 638, both those teams playing like crazy. Looking at the West or the National League side in the wild card race, as we know, Dodgers are locked to make it, so the only thing they're trying to do is grab the division lead. Cardinals now have a 2-game lead on the wild card, with Cincinnati losing. Phillies maintain pace. They still have 2.5 games back, and they kind of leapfrog San Diego. Technically they're tied, but they're ahead according to this, so they must hold some sort of tiebreaker, even though I know in a tie situation they would have a tie-off gameplay. So yeah, Phillies making a run at it. The Padres and Reds finding ways to not win every single day. There you have it. The wild card races are heating up. The games are getting intense, and let me know who you guys think, what's going to happen. We've got about 2 weeks left. Football season week 2 is today as well, so we'll do our pre-game show that starts around 9:30 Pacific time, just for a quick 20 minutes, going over the pools I'm in, going over predictions, and of course, MLB Power Rankings tonight. We'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Till next time.